Are you tired of exercises that sound like exercises? Well, today I'm going to share a chord routine that actually sounds like music and also helps you get fluent in all 12 keys. We're going to be using the circle of fifths and also some beautiful sus2 and sus4 chords that flow together just like a song, not like an exercise. I've shown this to hundreds of piano players over the years, and it's really helped them to build their confidence and, most importantly, enjoy their practice. So if you're ready to build some fluency, strength, and creativity all in one place, let's dive in. So just before we jump into everything today, I've put together a free PDF lesson book that covers everything I'm going to be showing you in this video, step by step, every single thing laid out for you so you can really follow along. The link to download that is in the video description. Just enter your name and email and we're going to send it straight over to you. You can also scan this QR code up here. I really recommend doing that. It's going to make everything I'm covering so much easier. We're going to be using 3 different types of triads for this. So you've got your regular major triad, which is there, C major. We're also going to be using sus2, which is where you take out the third and you replace it with the second. It's got a real kind of richness to it, a sus2 triad. For me, it really kind of sings. It's got a real like emotional depth. So it's a beautiful sound. And then we're also going to be using a sus4, which is there, okay? So again, we've just taken out that third and replaced it with the fourth. So we've got our major, sus2, and sus4. Now, we're not going to be doing this all in root position. We're going to be using inversions straight away. So we're actually going to start here in second inversion. We've got a C major second inversion triad shape there. Now you can see if I move to sus2, it's now the note at the top of the voicing that changes. We went from this E to the D. So there's our major, there's our sus2, and there's our sus4. Those are our new shapes, okay, if we rearrange the notes using these inversions. There they are. And the pattern we're going to be using, we're going to keep it quite simple to begin with. We're going to do this. I'll just play it to you first. There it is. There's the pattern. So we're actually going major, sus2, major, sus4, major, sus2, major. Sounds a lot more complicated than it is. I'll just play it for you really slowly so you can see it. That's the pattern. I just get that down first of all. Again, it's all written out for you in that lesson book. There it is. Now here's where this exercise really comes into its own and begins to sound like music. We're going to take that little fragment and we're going to take it around the circle of fifths. Now, if you're not familiar with the circle of fifths, you will be by the end of this video, okay? It's like a piano player's best friend, the circle of fifths. It works well for so many different things. So what is the circle of fifths? Well, rather than organizing all of the 12 chromatic notes in ascending order, you know, C, C sharp, D, or, you know, carrying on through the chromatic scale, in the circle of fifths, the chords are arranged slightly differently. So hopefully Charlie can quickly just pop up a circle of fifths for you now. And you can see, if I go this way around the circle, all of the chords are a fifth away from each other. So C going down to F is an interval of a fifth. Okay, so we're going down a fifth. All the way around the circle, you're going intervals of a fifth. And if we go the other way around the circle, they're going a fourth. So that's maybe why you've heard it sometimes referred to as the circle of fifths or the circle of fourths, because it depends what way you're going around the circle. As piano players, it just is the most useful tool because it means that if you take something around the circle of fifths, you're practicing it in all keys. You're just not leaving any stone unturned. It's so useful for us. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, if you've watched the channel before, you'll know I like to think of the circle of fifths as a clock face. It really, really helps. We're going to start at 12 o'clock. And play our pattern on C. We're then going to go back in time by 5 minutes and we're going to go to F. Okay, that's where we're going to go. Then to B flat. Now I will show you what this looks like going around the whole circle, but if you're doing this for the first time, don't feel like you have to take on the whole sort of every single key. That's quite a lot to take on straight away. What I often recommend people do is break it down into chunks of 15 minutes. Break the circle of fifths down into quarters. So you might do C, F, B flat, E flat, work on that for a bit, then do the next lot of 15 minutes. That really, really helps you kind of just process it and make sure that you're not just going through the motions, but you've really got these shapes down. Anyway, I'll carry on where I left off. Then we're going to go to A flat, D flat, G flat. Almost there. And we're back at the top. It's a great exercise that you can see you're covering every single key. I mean, I'm sure if you're out there, you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm more secure in some keys than others, okay? So maybe you're really secure in C or G or F, but when we get to those key centers around the bottom of the circle, you know the ones I mean, right? Your A flats, your E flats, your G flats, your D flats, all of those kind of keys can be a bit like, this really helps you just to get those basic shapes really secure in all these keys. So yeah, do work through this because it's going to help you. Now, the next step is to stop this from sounding so jumpy. So this is how we're going to take it up a level. You can see when we move from the C to the F, we're jumping up in our right hand, then we're going back down, and then we're going up. Our right hand is doing lots of that up and down. And actually what we want is we want to find a smooth pathway through the whole thing. Now, this is a little bit more advanced and, it's going to take a little bit of practice. But if you're one of those players out there that's thinking, I really want to just get to that next level and get those smooth movements in my right hand, this is really going to help you. And I do recommend grabbing that lesson book and working through this, have it in front of you when you're practicing. So let me break down exactly what's going on. So we still start in second inversion. We play our pattern. Now we need to find the closest F major chord in an upwards direction. Where is that? Well, it's here. See that? That's the move. And our third finger actually stayed where it was. That's the beautiful thing when you do this. You notice that some notes stay the same. It's like the glue through the whole thing. And our thumbs moved up and our little fingers moved up as well there. So we're now on that position and we now need to play our pattern. There it is. Now we need to do the same thing again for B flat. Where's that? There it is. Now, we can keep on going. You might be thinking, this is very fast. I'm going through it sort of slightly faster than I normally would, but you can see that there is a bit of a pattern to it. I'll keep on going. I'll carry on from the F sharp. See if you can spot the pattern. Did you spot it? Well, let me break it down for you. What essentially happens is the position of the moving part changes every single time. So when we begin at C, it's at the top. When we go to F, it goes to the bottom. You can see it now, it's now on my thumb. When we go to the B flat, it's now in the middle. Now it's at the top again. At the bottom, and so on. Middle, it just keeps on going like that. So that's a really, really good way to kind of lock those shapes in and make sure you're moving the correct part as you go around the circle of fifths. Now it's sounding pretty good so far, but it just needs a little bit more flow. For me, everything is just too much on the beat, and we just need to inject a little bit more rhythm to help move it along a bit more. You can see I'm just using my thumb there just to inject some extra rhythm as well. I've got my left hand little finger just holding down that root note, but this thumb can just punctuate what you're doing in your right hand. Check this out. adds in some extra little movement. It's so simple because it's just the root note, but it's the placement of it that just really helps. And it doesn't have to be in the same place every time. I'm not really thinking about that. I'm just letting it flow and I'm seeing what comes out. And that can sometimes seem easier said than done, but to be honest, you just have to give it a go. Try and break free from thinking that there is a right way to play it. There is no right way to play it. What you're doing here is you're improvising, and some of your ideas are going to sound great, some of them maybe not so great, but then you just learn what works and you get yourself into a headspace of experimentation, and that is where the fun is, right? Let me give you a blast of this around the whole of the circle of fifths so you can just see what it sounds like. I'll try and throw some things in as well that just kind of maybe give you some extra ideas. Here we go. Yeah, it takes a little while to get around the whole circle, but you're just getting all of these keys so secure under your fingers. This is a really great exercise to try out. Again, don't be afraid to break that circle down into small chunks. Break it down into just 2 chunks at a time if you really need to, but just practice those transitions between the chords because that is where that flow and that smoothness is really going to happen. Now, I'm getting a bit carried away in this video. Apologies. This does happen occasionally where I just sort of have these ideas mid-filming, which is never good, never good. But I'll just show you something I just stumbled on here, right? So check this out. If you keep your left hand in the same place as you do the exercise, so let's start on a C, and if I keep my C here, you see that? Just check out what it sounds like. It sounds so cool. Quite work so much when you get there, but you can see it just begins to create this kind of tension, and it almost sounds like a song intro, doesn't it? Something sort of got a bit of Elton John in there, a bit of Billy Joel. Yeah, it's just really fun. Again, experimentation. You see, I just stumbled on that when I was filming this video, and that is something that's what it's all about. Those little moments where you discover something can really help push you forward. Everything from this video is written out in that PDF lesson book. Do go ahead and grab that. It's completely free. Link in the description. You can also click this QR code up here. Lastly, we hit 60,000 subscribers on the channel this week. I'm absolutely blown away. I can't believe it. I started uploading these videos in January 2024, which seems a bit of a lifetime ago now, but relatively speaking, in YouTube years, it's not a lot. And to hit 60,000 subscribers just absolutely blows my mind. So thank you so much for the support. In other news, there's lots of other stuff on the horizon on the channel. I have lots of things in the pipeline. I'm currently working on more videos like this and some other styles of videos as well. If you have an idea for a video, send it to me by email. Okay, it's the best way to get in touch with me. I try and respond to as many emails as I can. The email address is adam@thekeyscoach.com. Send me an email, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for new ideas. I want to really help you guys out. If you're looking for another video, I think you're going to really like this one up here. Go give that a click and I'll see you over there.